more shiny silicone texture, so it doesn't have much friction when it enters, but this one does. But this one is easier to put into placement in the end of the day. So now I'm going to talk more about the period disc. The period disc is very easy to put in and remove, other than feeling more friction when entering. Also, I have worn this for 17 hours, which I do not recommend for health purposes, but I did. I put it on when I first had my period, and then I left it overnight, and then the next day I didn't take it out. I just kept it on and run some errands. After 17 hours, I took it out. It still wasn't full. So yeah, the capacity of this is really good. I was using the small size. So apparently my cervix was sitting a bit low, so I had to use the small size one. The regular size one didn't quite fit me. It was kind of sticking out of my vagina, so yeah, I used the small sized one, and even that with 17 hours it still wasn't full, so the capacity is really good. Also, the period disc didn't press on my bladder. I went to the toilet to do number 1 and number 2 very easily, and that is one of the big wins compared to the period cup, because the period cup pressed on the bladder and it also made pooping a little bit uneasy. So yeah, this is a big win. However, I did realize that I had more cramps using the period disc compared to the period cup. The period cup has a really strong suction, so it creates a perfect vacuum inside the vagina. However, I don't know if that is the reason why there's less cramps. For the period disc, it sits more comfortably inside the vagina. It also has some vacuum, but I felt more cramps when I was using this one. So I'm not sure if it's because it's pressing onto the cervix or what. It's obviously sitting behind the cervix, but I don't know if that area is more sensitive, so there's more cramps. Also, from part 1 that I mentioned that the period disc auto dumps blood, it auto empties. I did not experience that. So when I went to pee, there were no blood, there was no leakage, nothing. So it doesn't auto dump. It just keeps everything in the disc. So yeah, that's something that I forgot to mention. Also, with the period disc, there's no spotting, there's no leakage. It's very secure. With the period cup, sometimes there is a little bit of spotting. So yeah, that's something to take into consideration. So yeah, this is my review for the 2 period items that I use for my period. I enjoy both of them, but obviously now I am moving on to the period disc. I have accepted that the period disc is better than the period cup. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching till the end. Bye.